Hey everyone, this is Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. Today we have our first look at the new Droid Incredible 2. This is a new Android smartphone from Verizon. Has a 1 GHz single core processor. It is 3G only, which might end up being a limitation with a lot of new 4G devices coming out. But one of the really attractive things is it's a pretty thin phone. We know people who had the original Incredible really enjoyed the form factor. We carry over the same edge on the back that's kind of raised and bumped, so you get an overall thinner feel, even though there is a little bit of heft here in the back. Up front we have a 4-inch display. It's running Android 2.2. On the back we have a dual LED flash and an 8 megapixel camera. Included is a 16 gigabyte SD card, micro SD card. I'm just going to give you a look around the phone. Up top we have our headphone jack, and then we have our power button. We have a little speaker at the top. As we flip over, give you a closer look at your 8 megapixel camera, dual flash. I'm guessing this is a microphone for recording audio when you make a movie. On the left side of the phone we have our volume rocker, a micro USB charging port. The base of the unit is pretty much clean. You have this little slot here that helps you pop the back of the case off. And the right side of the unit is completely clean as well. So we've just opened this up and had a few minutes to play around with it. We've got our accounts synced. One of the things that we noticed right off the bat is there's this new HTC launcher area, so you have access to your apps and you can scroll by page as opposed to just scrolling by row. You can also favorite apps and keep them here. There's a tab for all your downloaded apps, and there's a tab for the Verizon preloaded apps like Blockbuster, City ID, a few other things like that. One thing that is kind of nice is if you pull down your notification bar, not only do you get your notifications, but you have access to your recently used applications right there. You can touch one of those and it'll take you right in. But that's pretty much our first look at the phone. Not much in the box other than a charger, which is why we didn't bother doing a typical unboxing. But that is the Droid Incredible 2. We'll give you a look at what it looks like next to the Thunderbolt here. So as you can see right off, the Incredible 2 is a little smaller. If we put them side by side like this, you're really going to be able to tell the difference in terms of thickness. So we'll have the Droid Incredible 2 up front versus the Thunderbolt. So at this angle they don't look too bad, but you can really tell when you put these in your pocket or when you put one in your hand that the Incredible 2 is slimmer and also lighter. One thing to note, it does have a much more plasticky feel than the Thunderbolt does, but the back is a lot more grippy. We had to put a case or a skin on the Thunderbolt so that we could maintain a hold on it.
Head over to GottaBeMobile.com for more on the Droid Incredible 2.